That sudden wobble, that moment of unsteadiness, feels like a betrayal by your own body. But the problem we're told to fix, our leg strength, isn't the real command center for our balance. The true master controller is located right between your ears. It's a fact that turns so much of what we're told about aging and stability on its head. We spend so much time focusing on strengthening our muscles, and while that is absolutely important, we often miss the true command center for our balance, our brain. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, a neurologist, but more importantly, I'm a passionate advocate for helping women live their most vibrant, active, and confident lives, well past 60, 70, and beyond. I'm so glad you're here with me today. And as we begin, I'd love to know where in the world you're joining from. Tell me in the comments. It warms my heart to see our wonderful community of strong women coming together from all over. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you never miss out on our journey to better health together. For so long, a wobble or a moment of unsteadiness has been blamed on weakening legs. But today, we're going to gently set that idea aside and uncover the truth. Your balance isn't just a physical strength, it's a neurological skill. And like any skill, it's one you can practice and improve at any age. It all starts by understanding the incredible team that your brain relies on every single second of the day. So, how does your brain know if you're standing straight, leaning, or starting to tip? It listens to 3 brilliant non-muscular messengers. I want you to think of your entire balance system like a sturdy 3-legged stool. For that stool to be perfectly stable, all 3 legs must be firmly on the ground. The first leg is your vision. Your eyes are constantly telling your brain where you are in relation to the world around you. The floor, the furniture, the horizon. The second leg is what we call proprioception. That's a fancy word, but it's a simple idea. It's the network of tiny sensors in your muscles and joints, especially in your feet and ankles, that tell your brain where your body parts are without you having to look. It's how you can walk in the dark without constantly staring at your feet. The third, and perhaps most mysterious leg of our stool, is your vestibular system. This is a marvelous little structure tucked away deep in your inner ear, and its only job is to sense motion, gravity, and the position of your head in space. When all 3 of these messengers, your eyes, your body, and your inner ear, are sending clear, strong signals, your 3-legged stool is rock solid. But as we get older, sometimes one of these signals can get a little fuzzy, like a bad radio station. Maybe our eyesight isn't quite what it used to be, or the sensations in our feet have changed. That's when the stool starts to wobble. But when one of those legs gets wobbly, the entire system doesn't just collapse. Something incredible happens. A master controller steps in to manage the crisis in a split second. And understanding this controller is the key to retraining our balance for life. Let's meet the captain of the ship, your brain. Imagine it sitting in the control room receiving constant updates from those 3 scouts. The eyes, the body, and the inner ear. One scout radios in. The horizon is level. The other reports. The pressure on the soles of the feet is even. And the third one confirms. The head is perfectly upright. The captain processes all this information in a fraction of a second and thinks, "Excellent. All is well. Stay the course." But what happens if you step on an uneven bit of pavement? Suddenly, the reports are a jumble of contradictions. The feet say, "We're tilting." The inner ear shouts, "We're tilting." But the eyes might still see a level world. In that split second, the captain, your brain, has to make a critical decision. It instantly analyzes the conflicting reports, decides which ones are most reliable, and sends out new orders to hundreds of your muscles. Tighten the ankle on the right. Engage the core. Shift the hip to the left. And just like that, you've corrected yourself without even thinking about it. This process is a miracle of biology. But just like a sea captain who hasn't faced a storm in a while, our brain's ability to manage these quick corrections can get a little rusty if we don't practice. And here's something that might just surprise you, and it's one of the most misunderstood facts about our bodies. Your inner ear's balance system has absolutely nothing to do with your hearing. They live in the same tiny part of your head, but they are completely separate systems. Your balance is managed by a series of delicate, fluid-filled canals that act like a living, three-dimensional carpenter's level inside your skull. Isn't that incredible? Let me know in the comments if you, like so many people, thought hearing and balance were part of the same mechanism. The amazing thing is, we can directly train this carpenter's level and our brain's ability to listen to it. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. I'm going to show you a few simple, safe movements you can do at home. I don't want you to think of these as exercises. Think of them as fun, gentle brain training games. They're designed specifically to stimulate that balance trio and sharpen the communication between them and your brain. The most important rule for all of these is safety first. Please do them next to a sturdy kitchen counter, a wall, or the back of a solid chair that you can hold onto for support. Our first game is the one-legged stance. Stand with your support nearby, feet together. Now simply lift one foot off the ground an inch or two. Hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Feel how your standing ankle is making dozens of tiny rapid adjustments. That's your brain in action. It's processing those signals from your foot and making real-time corrections. After you've done both sides, let's add a challenge. Try it again, but this time close your eyes. You'll immediately feel how much harder your brain has to work. By taking away the eyes leg of our three-legged stool, you are forcing your brain to pay much closer attention to the other two, your body and your inner ear. Think of it this way. You've just told your captain that their most trusted scout, your vision, is taking a break. Now you're forcing the captain to listen much more carefully to the crew in your ankle and your inner ear. This is how you train them to work better as a team. This is a powerful way to strengthen those pathways. Next, we'll play the tightrope walker. Standing with your hand on your support, place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, as if you were walking on a narrow beam. Just hold this position. If you feel steady, try taking a few slow, deliberate steps forward in this heel-to-toe line. This simple act challenges your brain to coordinate a complex sequence of stabilizing muscles, sharpening its reflexes with every step. Our final game is the head turn. Stand with your feet about shoulder-width apart, with your hand resting on your support. Keep your eyes focused on a spot directly in front of you on the wall. Now, slowly and gently, turn your head from side to side, as if you were shaking your head, no. Then try nodding your head up and down as if saying yes. By keeping your body and eyes stable while moving your head, you are directly stimulating that vestibular system, that carpenter's level in your inner ear, and training your brain to trust its signals, even when they conflict with what your eyes are seeing. Doing these simple games for just a few minutes each day is like sending your balance captain to the gym. And while these active training games are fantastic, there are also gentle, everyday habits that can support this entire system around the clock. Think of it as providing the best possible working conditions for the captain and the entire crew. You don't have to add complicated routines to your life. These are small, powerful adjustments. First, let's talk about hydration. Your nerves communicate using tiny electrical signals. Your body needs water to conduct that electricity efficiently. When you're even mildly dehydrated, those signals can become slow and sluggish. A well-hydrated brain is a fast-reacting brain. Simply making sure you're sipping water throughout the day is one of the easiest ways to support your entire neurological system. Next is mindful movement. This doesn't have to mean a formal yoga or Tai Chi class, though those are wonderful. It can be as simple as paying attention when you walk. The next time you walk across a room, try to feel the sensation of the floor beneath your feet. Notice how your weight shifts from your heel to your toe. This simple act of awareness strengthens that proprioceptive sense, the body leg of our stool, making its signals to the brain clearer and more precise. And finally, never underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. Sleep is when your brain does its essential maintenance. It cleans out metabolic waste, repairs neural connections, and, importantly, consolidates what you've learned during the day. This includes motor skills. When you practice your balance games, your brain is building new pathways. Quality sleep is what cements those pathways, making your newfound stability a more permanent part of you. Each of these habits, hydration, mindfulness, and sleep, is an act of profound kindness to the very system that holds you upright. We've talked about the science, the brain, the captain, and the games, but what this is really all about is shifting from a place of fear to a place of freedom. For too many of us, a fear of falling can start to quietly shrink our world. We might say no to a walk in the park on a breezy day, hesitate to play with our grandchildren on the lawn, or feel a flicker of anxiety on an unfamiliar staircase. Today, I want to give you back the confidence to say yes. The most powerful takeaway from our time together is this: your balance is not a fixed thing that you simply lose. It is a dynamic, trainable skill that lives in your brain. You have the power to rewire it, to sharpen it, and to reclaim the effortless stability that allows you to move through your life with joy and confidence. You are not a victim of aging. You are an active participant in your own well-being. You are the one who can train the captain and strengthen the crew. Your very first step can be taken today, right now. The next time you're in your kitchen waiting for the kettle to boil or for the toast to pop, just place your hands on the counter and practice standing on one leg for just 10 seconds. That's it. That is the beginning of you actively taking control and telling your brain, "We're going to practice this." If this conversation has been helpful for you, please consider sharing it with a friend, a sister, or a neighbor who might also find hope and encouragement in this message. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Step forward with confidence and know that you are more powerful than you think.